Yo, let's talk about a project that has a hell of a domain name. And the last time we talked about that was crypto.com with the crypto.com domain. Today we're going to be looking at buying.com. Yeah, just buying.com, something that could easily become a household name.
Bubblegum shrimp. It's a household name.
And this project is built on 4 main benefits along with their own token. But just to sum it up real quick, they want to eliminate driver issues, cut labor expenses, expand your customer base, and you can save on every delivery with them. But why do they have a token? Well, that's going to be a focus of today's video, and specifically the Prime blockchain protocol. So let's go ahead and run 10 seconds of tail, something we do here every day on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. My name is Vos. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We publish videos daily here, and thanks to buying.com for making today's video possible. I'm really excited to cover this project, and a lot of people consistently underestimate the power of simple branding and a well thought out and probably expensive domain name. Let's jump into it. If you've ever wanted to mine Bitcoin, then you should head to minewithcompass.com and learn how they're making it possible for everyone to mine Bitcoin now. They sell Bitcoin miners, they will connect you with facilities, co-location, which enables you to host your Bitcoin miners with some of the best Bitcoin mining farms in the world. Click the link below to learn how you can start mining with Compass today. Obviously, new crypto tokens carry an inherent risk. This video is not financial advice. Whatever you do is up to you. But there's something really interesting that I want to lead this video with. Okay, so basically buying.com is looking to kind of combine an e-commerce platform, create an intermediary where you could essentially be like a drop shipper and other things like that. It's not just that simple, but it is kind of looking to be setting up to be a bridge between just not traditional finance, but more like traditional e-commerce and the decentralized marketplace and so forth. But so check this out. I was looking into their team, and just to be clear, they don't pay me to say this stuff, or what. I say whatever I want on the channel. That's the whole thing.
I'm the Homelander, and I can do whatever the I want.
And so I was looking at Gene Gabriel, founder and entrepreneur, right? And when somebody leads with an entrepreneur title, I'm like, all right, let's see what makes you so entrepreneurial. So I went to her page and I'm looking around, and I see 3 years on buying.com. More time is always interesting and better. But then we look down here, and then you see acquired snapforce.com to grow the buying.com platform for their affiliated company, dropshipper.com. And then you have dropshipper.com. It provides a way to select products and upload your platform immediately. It's dropshipper.com. It's for drop shipping, right? Obviously. Then you have Gift Basket, another e-commerce platform here. Sure, their gift baskets this would be like potentially a client they could have now, like in retrospect. And then a founder of 50.com. And so she's clearly forward thinking and invested in the whole e-commerce aspect, right? And that's where everything is gone and going and will end up. But I thought this was actually a very interesting and a very strong background for the project we're looking at here today, which again is simply buying.com, and their tagline here is advanced supply logistics, striving for guaranteed 2-hour delivery window worldwide. That is a crazy goal. Then they have their Prime's blockchain protocol brings delivery standards to a new height by applying tried and true peer-to-peer models like Uber and Airbnb, but to supply and logistics, shipping, essentially, is what's going on there. They have a token on 2 different blockchains, which I'll explain here shortly. But I mean, it's interesting, right? This is not another meme token. And I mean, clearly she loves it. I'm sure that's not stock footage. But that's not uncommon. A lot of companies use stock footage and all that stuff. But they have their on-demand delivery system, so they're going to have 24/7 live support. Platform provides complete tracking, monitoring of your scheduled driver with live feeds and 3-way communication. I'm like, yo, get my package here, dude, and he better respond.
I have arrived.
Looking at their 4 pillars here, providing a competitive edge in the delivery sector, increase delivery distance, increase customer base. Then remarket to your customers for daily offers and events. One interface that provides a driver in the palm of your hand. So we talked about the 4 pillars here, earlier, kind of like in the intro. And they claim this is going to be the tool that will let you exceed all expectations of increasing sales, better controls, larger territories, and remarket customers. This is something where, you could launch your own, say like giftbaskets.com, or you could try to be the next Edible Arrangements. And, when they already have their whole network set up, that becomes much more difficult to compete with. But what makes buying.com and their buy token worth anything, right? So they claim to be the first decentralized e-commerce network. In addition to that, anyone can become a node on the buying.com network by staking tokens and leveraging existing storage in their garage and become a micro distribution center. That's weird. That's interesting. That's really cool. For example, if you have any land, like one thing I'm doing and our new property that we're working on is I'm going to build just a mini warehouse, and I'm going to actually create, a distribution capability. So maybe in the future we will create our own mining rig, right? And I will have the facility to be able to order in bulk, hold bulk, and distribute bulk. That's really exciting to me, and other people pursue similar things. And what this does is gives you the opportunity, if you've got a bunch of spare space in your house, or you have a shed or a barn, or you build a structure even just literally for this, and you can leverage that. That's like forward thinking. That's interesting. And that is like crowdsourcing basically warehouses, which could incredibly increase your distribution network, right? Because obviously there's a bunch of warehouses in urban areas, and sometimes big warehouses and distribution setups or facilities set up in rural areas because it's much cheaper to do so, maybe along like a big highway, right? But what about crowdsourcing smaller, like micro distribution centers for specific products that may be hot or interesting, especially at that time? And by utilizing other people and basically just out of their homes, what a vast expansion of a potential network. And I can see how that could enhance their delivery, because you don't have to go all the way down there. You can get it from somewhere so much closer. They're trying to compete with Amazon and Walmart's reach. That is like the biggest goal you can basically say. When you say I want to compete with Amazon, you're like, I want to compete with the biggest behemoth that the world has ever seen. It's crazy. So honestly, I think that's pretty cool. I'm not trying to sound like I'm shilling the token or whatever, but just from a potential use case here, I think that's really fun, interesting, and kind of intriguing. But let's go and look at their token, and why do they have a token? Because they don't need a token. They could just, they could do this without a cryptocurrency, but can they leverage that and, provide more value there? So we have a total supply here. How many is that? 1 million? No. 1 billion tokens. Initial market cap of $600,000, which is very low in the crypto standards. Initial supply of 31 million. Total fund, 5 million. Tokens sold, 28%. 62% in the seed round, 16% private, 21% public. Total of 100% of the sale there. You can see how these tokens break down here. The associated prices and how much USD they raised, and the initial release of that 31 million tokens and that USD raise of $5 million. As it stands, this is their tokenomics, the breakdown of their token economics. So admin 5% legal, 1% liquidity, 5% advisors and partners, 12%, 6% to marketing. Token sale of 28%, strategic acquisitions 5%, R&D, that's research and design, 17%, and 21% allocated to the ecosystem. And we can see, pretty clear breakdown here. Released only when necessary for these, locked for 6 months, and 20% at the TGE, token generation event. Some people think it's the Genesis event. Basically, it would mean the same thing in this regard. But the rest is released weekly for over 4 months. And I don't think these vesting periods are particularly long. I think these are pretty short vesting periods. But, with a project like this, you either trust the team and the project and the token or you don't. So it's sort of relative. Keep in mind that we've talked about this blockchain briefly, but not as much as I'd like to. The BUY token launched on the Algorand blockchain. Okay, so the ASA creator on Algorand mainnet. Their token is the BUY token. But what was that UniSwap talk earlier? That's a great question. Let's pull it up. So they also have WBUY, and that's wrapped by. It's a wrapped version, so it's wrapped in an ERC20 token, basically making it tradable on the Ethereum blockchain and getting exposure to Ethereum investors and users, and really just a massively larger market than the Algorand blockchain. Algorand is still very early. They still have low adoption. If you ask around for people into crypto, most people are not using Algorand. I'm not hating or anything like that. That's just the fact of the matter is. And if you think of, behemoths in the industry, well, Ethereum is the behemoth when it comes to token launches. But all the meme coins on Binance Smart Chain said, hold my beer.
Hold my beer with you?
Oh, gotcha.
To round out what they're supposed to do here, so direct-to-customer rate by peer-to-peer channels, e-commerce platform that empowers e-tailers to promote smoothly into the decentralized network, fully integrated back-office services combined with their decentralized systems, micro-distribution, which we talked about, which is probably, I think, the most exciting part to me, and the peer-to-peer channels. So at the time of recording this video, their token is trading at about 7 cents, down 34% from its all-time high just 3 days ago, where it traded at 10 cents, but up 30% against 7 days ago via the CoinGecko metrics and tracking here. They also, just a couple hours ago, completed a token burn. They burned 13 million tokens, which basically reduces the amount of tokens currently available, increasing the scarcity. And, basically, like that tweet says right there, if demand level stays the same and tokens are burned, the increased scarcity should improve price. It's not always that simple, but that's the general consensus, and it's relatively true when it comes to cryptocurrencies. I'll link out everything I've talked about in today's video down in the video description below, but a key thing I want to touch on before we wrap up this video is one of the main things that they are looking to compete in. If competing with Amazon and Walmart wasn't enough, they want to compete in the food delivery sector. They want to be a major player in food delivery. So they're going to be competing with Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and any of the other ones. And they're going to utilize Algorand blockchain to launch buy tokens as an incentive for repeat business. Forget the Dash Pass, bro. You're going to get rewarded with Cashback and buy tokens or something like that. And that really leads me to my next point on them is why the token? Well, it's going to be used with basically incentives on their platform across the board. Buy with this, retailer, get some buy tokens. Maybe special promo, buy with this guy, get more tokens. Place 10 orders this month. Now you get some bonus tokens. Place 5 orders every year for a couple years. Here's some tokens. I don't know. There's a ton of ways to do it, right? But the fact of the matter is that I wish that Amazon had a token, and with how much I use Amazon Prime, dude, I'll tell you what, I'd be an Amazon token whale. But that's not the case. But it's a very serious use case, because if their project does well at all, if they gain any sort of traction, if they do well at all, and their token is integrated in such an integral manner of their project, then the token will do well. Sometimes tokens are more of like a add-on thing, but if they bake it in as such a core mechanic, that's not going to be the case with this token. Another fun fact to piggyback off a recent video, Buying.com conducted their public sale on the TrustSwap platform, which we just had a video talking about a bunch of things related to them. Specifically, the things of note are the launch pads, and you will see some projects we've previously talked about from that launch pad, for example, like Yieldly. And basically their own native token powers their launch pad to an extent. For example, the minimum requirements to participate in their upcoming token sale that's taking place here, and talked about some other projects before that are associated, like Yieldly and whatever else. Generally speaking, TrustSwap is doing a good job vetting their projects, and you want good projects to launch on your launch pad, so it's sought after, the projects do well, and your community does well, and it all ties together. Winners want to build their winners circle and keep winning. Just like I want you to subscribe to the VoskCoin YouTube channel, hopefully join our incredible community, which I think is the best and above all the smartest in cryptocurrency. We are 41% of the way to 1 million subscribers. I need your help to get there. Please smash the sub button. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Buying.com, if you think they're going to be the next big project or if these goals are unattainable for them. That's kind of a mean thing to say, but They are some of the most ambitious goals I've ever seen in a cryptocurrency project. Some projects set out to be the next Bitcoin. These say, hey, we're going to be the next Amazon and Walmart and Grubhub. So smash the thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next video. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money, I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.